Welcome to Bourbon School. I'm Lauren.
And I'm Brian, and today we're going to give a grade to something I've been dying for you to try. It's the Old Grandad 16-year-old bourbon.
That's an old Grandad.
That is an old Grandad. Coming at you.
Well, Brian, I'm glad you saved this one for me.
Oh, absolutely.
You know I love Old Grandad. I've been drinking my 114 that I have at home, sipping that, and it's delicious. Old Grandad's special to me because I used to drink it in college a lot. I don't know why, but it's that attractive bottle, not
yeah, right?
orange bottle.
Yeah.
Would you say, Lauren, that Old Grandad is what got you into bourbon?
I mean, I don't even think I knew what bourbon was when I was drinking that.
You were just like, this is some brown liquor.
I was ripping shots.
Yep.
But I
still
like it. I think that's why I must have had a little bit of a good instinct.
Yeah.
No, not really. I mean, I still like it, so.
I hear tell that the Old Grandad back in the day was a lot better than the Old Grandad today. So you were probably drinking a little bit better bourbon than we consider Old Grandad now.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, the 114 is good.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So I like the peanut butter. I like it. So, okay, where'd you get this, Brian?
Okay, so the sample comes from our buddy Ben at the Bourbon Note. Thank you, Ben. Ben sent me an awesome box of samples.
Did he?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Ooh, I can't wait to get into those.
Yeah, we're gonna review a couple of them. But so this comes from Ben. But fun fact, I have another sample of Old Grandad 16 from Dave Vogelsang.
Ooh,
that's going home with you.
Yes. I hope I love this. How could I not?
If you don't like it, then I'm keeping it.
Okay.
Okay, so a little bit about Old Grandad 16 year. So it came out in October 24. It's 100 proof, 16 years old, obviously. So something that was interesting to me, it says an undisclosed high-rye mash bill. And Old Grandad is a high-rye mash bill, but what they said in this review, this is Breaking Bourbon because I really like their site. They said it's not the same mash bill as
the
regular Old Grandad. Mm-hmm. So I am wondering, I am curious to know if this is perhaps they found these barrels and were like, oh, this is like Old Grandad and it's old. Let's make Old Grandad 6. I wonder if they didn't necessarily have the idea for the bourbon first. Mm-hmm. They found the barrels and then it became Old Grandad 16. I wonder if that was how it went, but I don't know. So here's the bitch about all this. Mm-hmm. It's $200 a bottle.
What?
The MSRP is $195.
Oh my God.
$195. Now
that's an aged Grandad and very expensive.
That's a very expensive grandfather.
And generally speaking, they say the rule of thumb is $10 a year. So 106, but that would only be 160. And no disrespect, Jim Beam, but we are talking about Old Grandad.
Yeah.
It's not exactly
super classy.
It's not exactly a top shelf pour.
Yeah.
Okay, but anyway. So
stop shitting on Old Grandad.
I'm not trying to shit on Old Grandad. I'm just being real.
Stop cursing both.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
I had to get one in too because Brian said one.
Okay. So let's kind of get into it. It's like I said, 100 proof, which I was surprised that the proof was only 100. The most popular version of Old Grandad is the 114. People love it.
Yeah, it's
and this is
weird.
proof down, which is interesting to me, but we'll see.
All right.
My
expectations are mixed now because
it smells really good.
And the color is very rich.
It's super dark.
Caramel.
Yeah, I don't know. You can't really see it here, but it's definitely dark.
It's very sweet on the nose.
Sweet and almost fruity, which is odd for Old Grandad because it's usually very nutty to me.
I'm feeling it. This is good.
Of course.
Oh,
I like it.
It's a good sample because you're doing it with Brian.
You're right.
Here, listen. I'll curse too. I get all the shit samples.
You do. You really do.
Right?
This is a ton of different flavors going on here.
Whew.
Like you said, on the nose it's fruity. It tastes really fruity too.
There you go. Marianne's gonna grab the rest of that sample bottle.
You know how you often locate the runts
taste
a little bit. I'm getting a little bit of runts.
The fruitiness.
The fruity runts.
Oh boy. You know what? I just slammed down my glass. So first of all, whatever that finish is there, like sticking around. It is so easy on your palate.
Yeah, it is.
You know what it smells like? Fruity petals.
Like
It's very
yes,
fruity.
like I got that fruity note right off the start, both on the nose and also on your palate. There is,
Boy.
There's a nice long hug.
yeah, there is
Still
some
going.
nuttiness to it for sure, but it doesn't overpower. Like there's bottles like Baker's and Booker's and regular Jim Beam where it's like, oh, this is Jim Beam because it's just got that peanut.
Yeah.
It's there, but it's not.
It's more subtle
overpower-
than than typical.
It's in the background for sure.
It's not finishing bitter either.
I really like it.
Good.
It's really good.
I get a little banana in there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost
It's the banana runt.
it's almost like a Brown Foreman. It's almost
Oh,
like
that's right. You said
drinking an Old Forester or a Woodford. Like it's got somewhat of a banana note to it for sure.
Yeah.
And it okay, I don't know if we've ever had
Very
anything like this. And I don't really know how to describe it, but like when it gets like off the front of your tent, I guess I'll say
Go ahead,
to
be a
your
snob.
mid palate.
Okay.
Like it feels like it just goes like it softens right up
Yeah.
and just like
It does have
Ooh.
kind of a weeded aspect to it.
you think so?
A little
yeah,
bit,
I
a
think
little bit.
I think that's just this might be a case where proofing it down a little bit, it takes away
Mellowed
the
it.
sharpness from the age because sometimes you get a little bitterness, some oak
We've
tannins,
had some bad
and it's
olds
too much. But
too.
yeah,
You think age is not always better, and
No.
this could have been a disaster, and it's
well,
not.
the classic is for me Knob Creek 18. We love Knob Creek, all three of us.
Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking
And
of. That
it's-
was in the back of my mind.
It's just bitter and over
Yeah.
oaked, and
I
maybe.
couldn't really tell you.
But yeah, Marianne doesn't remember that one. But I wonder if proofing this down a little bit
Helped.
mellowed out that oakiness. I mean,
Like
this
you said,
is-
it's very soft. Especially
That-
for being that old.
and it's got, so to me, it's got some fruitiness to it. It's got some vanilla, like that buttercream kind of flavor. The nuttiness is behind it, and it finishes for a long time.
I love when we can pinpoint flavors like this instead of it being kind of not bland, but like, oh, this is caramel and vanilla. This is a little bit different. It has different notes to it.
Yeah.
And whatever they did, whatever barrels they
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing: if somebody gave that to you blind and said that's like,
I would
that's
not
old
guess it
would you
was
know
old
it was old
Grandad.
Grandad?
No.
Not at all. I mean this is a very refined version of like a Beam product, like an old Grandad. I would even venture to say this is a nicer pour, an easier drinker than something like a Booker's, which people love. But this is just it's so mellow, but the mellowness doesn't mean it's not flavorful. It is flavorful all day. But
well balanced.
Yeah, oh yeah, I like this a lot. So let's give it a grade. Let's take the price out of it.
Okay.
Because I think it's clear $200 we're probably not going to buy this.
Yeah, or buy it. Yeah.
It is sitting on shelves around
Is it?
here.
You've
Yeah.
seen it? I
I've
haven't
seen
seen
it.
it.
Yeah. It is on shelves, but I think the price is a little prohibitive.
Yeah.
But take the price out of it.
Unless
just
you have a rich old Grandad.
yeah, right. Exactly. You would need a wealthy old Grandad, but just based on the experience of drinking it, what grade would you give it?
I would give it a B plus or an A minus.
Wow.
Because I
Yeah.
really like it. A is tough. I'm going to give it a B plus because it's very, very good.
Yeah.
A's got to kind of blow me out of the water.
Like the Penelope marshmallow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I gave my George T. Stagg an A, A plus. Did I give it an A
I
plus?
think you gave it an A plus. I gave it an A.
I would say A minus B plus for
Yeah.
this. It's not the experience of drinking a George T. Stagg,
No.
but boy, is it good! It is.
Yeah. It's good
It is-
quality stuff.
Yeah, I really enjoy this. I would say, if you swim in those waters, and
Yeah,
you don't
lucky
mind,
duck.
if you don't mind dropping a couple $100 on a bottle, I think it's a really nice pour.
You guys, we might even be able to say that Ben Walker is a rich old Grandad because he is in fact
He
a
actually is an
grandfather.
old. Maybe our
Aw.
our
Yeah.
rich old Granddad Ben can get us a
Send
bottle
us
of old
more.
Granddad 16. Just kidding, Ben. All right. Well, I like I said, I think it's worth a buy if that is in your price
Price
range.
range.
For us, we don't really do it, but it really is a nice bottle. I really enjoyed that pour, and I'm going to savor what's left of this.
I
Thank you
know.
for giving some up to me.
And Dave, thank you for your sample as well. Lauren will
I'll enjoy
appreciate
that.
it for sure. All right, guys, if you liked our video, please like, subscribe, share, and hit the bell for notifications.
So you never miss another episode of Bourbon School.
Cheers to Old Grandad.
To old granddads everywhere. Welcome to Bourbon School. I'm Lauren.
And I'm Brian, and today we are going to try out and grade old...
Nope.
Fuck. Let's
So
try
many
that
bloopers.
again.
Professionals, my ass.